today. Members of faculty of the National Institute for Security Studies, please may you rise as I invite our guests to please appreciate you with a round of applause. All members of faculty, please rise. Thank you very much. You may be seated, please. Now to the reason why we are here. The men and women of the moment, the graduating class of EIMC 15. Please kindly rise for recognition. Congratulations to you all. We are proud of you. We are really proud of you. Please be seated. And finally, to all of us who have found time to felicitate with the National Institute and with the graduates, you are all very important personalities. Please give yourselves a round of applause. Welcome.
Thank you. From the headquarters of the Department of State Services, we have the presence of the directors. I beg your pardon, please. I don't know if it is in any particular order, but I would just appreciate your presence. The Director Admin, Mr. Kabiru Sani, ADG, is in our midst. Thank you very much, sir. Philip Gangas, ADG, Director Technical. You're welcome, sir. Director Intelligence, Sani Usman, FSI, FDC, ADG. You're welcome, sir. Director Crisis Management Center, Abdullahi Yeldu, FSI, FDC, DIS. Director Operations, Joseph Dashweb. You're welcome, sir. Director Enforcement, Tony Adiweruka. Winifred Eliku, Director Inspectorate. You're welcome, ma'am. Bola Tito Shure Olufe, Director Training. You're welcome, ma'am. We also have in our midst some state directors of security. From Kogi State Command, Tosin Ajayi, MON. You are welcome, sir. And I have to add ADG too. Thank you, sir. Mr. Fola Keleb, FSI Daga, State Director of Security, Benue State Command. Let me also announce that we shall be recognizing our VIPs as they arrive. So this list is in no means exhaustive, and thank you for your understanding. At this point, permit me to most respectfully invite our amiable Commandant of the National Institute for Security Studies, Alhaji A.S. Adeleke, FSI Daga, MNI, for his welcome address. Commandant, sir.
Let me crave your indulgence to stand on the already established protocol. On behalf of the board, management and faculty members of National Institute for Security Studies, I most respectfully welcome our distinguished invited guests to the National Institute for Security Studies for the graduation ceremony of the Executive Intelligence Course 15. We are delighted that you can spare your valuable time, despite your busy schedule, to felicitate with the NISS community and the graduates. Today's occasion is indeed a great landmark in the professional lives of the graduates. It is the grand finale of the 10 months hard work and denial of personal comfort in pursuit of professional knowledge in the management of security. My dear graduating participants, on the 7th of February 2022, this rigorous exercise that seemed endless started. We hit the ground running. Copies of the famous expansive Institute template and assignment deadlines were distributed to you all. It gladdens my heart seeing how well this instrument have impacted on you, our esteemed guests. There are 78 participants this year, the highest in the number and the history of the Institute so far. I'm also to mention here that we also attracted 5 participants from other African countries. In a very special way, I recognize and appreciate all sponsoring agencies within the country and the African countries of the Gambia, Ghana, Niger, and Rwanda. All the participants have exhibited very high level of esprit de corps. The theme of study this year is Global Climate Challenge, Prospects and Priorities for Economic Development and Conflict Resolution in Africa. You all agree with me that this is most appropriate, as climate change has become a major security challenge to humanity today, from shifting weather patterns to rising levels that increase the risk of catastrophe of flooding and other related risks. The impact of climate change are global in scope and unprecedented in scale. I cannot but agree with the United Nations Secretary General, Antonio Guterres, who at the just concluded Climate Change Conference, COP27, held in Egypt, said, and I quote, "The global climate fight will be won or lost in this crucial decade on our watch. So let us fight together and let us win for the 8 billion members of our humanity and for generations to come." In this year, the Institute engaged experts and specialists to lead discussion on the theme. They included external scholars, policymakers, serving and retired security officials, traditional rulers, ministers, and state governors, among others, who provided perspectives on the theme. They were further enriched on the 1st of this month when a famous Pan-Africanist and leading public speaker in Africa, Professor Patrick Lumumba, delivered the EIMC graduation lecture titled Conspiracy Theory and the Future of Democracy and Development in Africa. Also, an integral part of the course was the Health Week with the theme, The Global Climate Challenge and Health Security, Risk, Outcome, and Mitigation, during which educative and inspiring lectures were delivered by resource persons from the private and the public sector. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Executive Intelligence Course 15 is the Executive Intelligence Course is the flagship program of the Institute, in line with the statutory responsibility of the Institute, and has continually delivered on its mandate of producing highly prepared, motivated, and committed managers of security. The overall objective is to provide participants with a broader outlook, intellectual depth, and capacity, as well as foster interagency synergy and international cooperation. Furthermore, in response to the demands of stakeholders, including state government, and in consonance with our legal obligation, the Institute also offers specialized courses, which includes higher degree programs based on our affiliation with the University of Ilorin, Advanced Strategic and Policy Management, which is for 3 months, Advanced Security Management and Security Consciousness course, 1 month, Advanced Weapon Handling course, 3 weeks, Special Interventions course, 3 weeks, Close Quarter Battle course, 2 weeks, Armored Personnel Carrier course, 2 weeks, Security Consciousness Seminar, 1 week, Offensive and Defensive Driving course, 1 week, Advanced Offensive and Defensive course, 1 week. We have equally leveraged on the Memorandum of Understanding on application University of Ilorin to domicile the running of postgraduate program in specialized area at the Institute. The pioneer search of Masters of Peace and Security Studies are awaiting their convocation sometime in 2023. Permit me to thank and recognize the Director of the Center for Peace and Strategic Studies, University of Ilorin, Professor Olademo. Thank you very much for midwifing the program. EIMC program also includes study tour of local, state, Africa, and selected countries outside Africa for practical exposure and comparative knowledge, in addition to familiarization visits of strategic institutions in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. 10 states included were visited. These include Adamawa, Bayelsa, Benue, Enugu, Gombe, Kano, Katsina, and Kwara, Osun, and Oyo. I wish to use this opportunity to express our profound appreciation to the governor of this state for their hospitality and cooperation with the Institute, which I believe was of immense mutual benefit. For African Study Tour, we visited the Gambia, and I must thank our DGSIS for hosting us and for even giving everything for us. Thank you very much, DGSIS. The country visited in Africa, like I mentioned earlier, Gambia, Ethiopia, South Africa, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. While for the world tour, it took us to Egypt, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, and South Korea. Distinguished guests, I am happy to attest that our graduates have met all the expectations of the course and are leaving the Institute better than they came in so many ways. They have become worthy ambassadors of their agencies and countries. The highlight of the research finding from the theme this year was presented to the National Security Advisor in a special session on the 30th of November 2022. In addition to the routine program, the Institute collaborated with some national and international bodies in carrying out research activities. The Institute co-chaired a research program on transnational organized crime with UNODC, the report of which is expected to be launched first quarter of 2023. We are equally in partnership with Outer Nepal and the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants, and Internally Displaced Persons, among others. The Institute has also maintained the practice of expansion of knowledge through publication. This year, we have added 6 to our stable. They are Money the Gate, essay in honor of our DG, Alhaji Yusuf Magashi Bichi, CFR FWC. Thank you. The Director General of State Services, which was launched on the 1st of December 2022. We also have in our stable leadership and the giant and the challenges of governance, nationhood, and security in Nigeria. It is an essay in honor of Professor Michael Maduagu, who is seated, a member of the faculty. The other publications this year are Global Climate Challenge, Economic Development and Conflict Resolution in Africa. We also have agro-terrorism, the valiance, the victims, and countermeasures. Of course, we have the one on the building the democratic culture in Africa, the giants and the pains, and finally, African Journal on Security and Development. The Institute during the year equally recorded some infrastructural strides through our own efforts and corporate social responsibility. It is therefore a great honor to acknowledge those who have left landmarks in the Institute. In this respect, I would like to put on record our appreciation to the following: Federal Ministry of Water Resources, Nigeria Ecological Fund Office, Tertiary Education Fund, African Distribution and Consulting Limited, Audiovisual Enhancement Accessory, and of course, the 7-Up Bottling Company, Nigeria. And now, a parting word to my dear graduates. Please let the spirit of comradeship be your hallmark and instill in you the guiding principle of life: to love, patriotic, and be kind to all. Endeavor to maintain the network among yourselves, share ideas, partner with one another, and leave the association of alumni, that's of the National Institute for Security Studies, in order to network with your senior counterpart. The new ESCO, headed by Barrister Mike Ejiofor, FSR, were sworn in on the 26th of November, 2022. Our special guest of honor for this memorable occasion is Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR. Sir, on behalf of NISS community, we appreciate you for your unparalleled support always. To the chairman of today's event, His Excellency President Adama Barrow of the Gambia, ably represented by the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation and Gambians abroad, Dr. Mamadou Tangara. And of course, the Director General of State Intelligence Service of the Gambia, Usman Sow, our good brother, friend, who not only received us warmly during our regional tour to the Gambia, he facilitated our meeting the President, as well as appointing one of our own, Usman Jallo, FSI, as the Pioneer Director, State Intelligence Service Academy for Security Studies in the Gambia. We appreciate you, sir. Your presence here today reiterates your readiness to continue to build on the existing relationship between Nigeria and the Gambia, SIS Gambia and the NISS in Nigeria. Thank you for identifying with us. And our royal father of the day, the Emir of Zauzau, Ambassador Ahmed Nuhu Bamali, CFR. We appreciate your Royal Highness for identifying with us, sir. Thank you. And let me come home to our own, the DGSS, our amiable father, sir. You are a rare gift and a blessing to the service. We appreciate you, sir, for your committed support and benevolence to the Institute. You have staunchly remained a pillar of support to the success of NISS. Thank you, sir. May God continue to guide you, strengthen and fortify you with more wisdom as you pilot the affairs of the service. Our dear chairman and members of NISS Governing Board, indeed we are grateful for your dedication and commitment to the Institute. Thank you, sir. Permit me to also use this opportunity to appreciate the duo of Professor, can you stand up to be recognized? Amadou Cisse, Chairman, Committee of 70, and M.O. Maduagu, Member, Committee of 70, who these two professors will be stepping aside from the Institute. We commend you, sir. We commend you, sir, for your unquantifiable intellectual support. Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, I sincerely appreciate each and every one of you. It is now time for the conferment of Fellow of the Institute, FSI, on the graduate. I'm sure you are waiting for me to say something. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, now is the climax of the 10 months program. EIMC participants, the conferment of Fellow of the Institute. May I, all the 78 graduates of EIMC 15, 2022, please rise. Recall, during our presentation of the executive brief, I told the NSA and all the special guests in attendance that I'm still holding on to the eye. I don't know whether Your Excellency, Chairman, DGSSS, Your Royal Highness, do I give them the eye or I hold on to it, sir? I'm waiting, sir. Well, by the special magnanimity of from the Emir, our royal father, the chairman of the occasion, the DGSSS, and of course, chairman of the board, I'm still looking whether you are still worthy in character and land. Well, since they have given approval, I don't have any other, except I want to lose my seat. By power conferred vested in me, as the Commandant of the Institute, I hereby confer on you, Fellow Security Institute, FSI. You may congratulate yourself. Be seated. So, at the end of the ceremony, come and specially thank all our special guests of honor. Okay? So, you are now FSI. Like I said during my speech, that the Institute published some books, and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, I wish to plead for the indulgence that we take a few minutes to unveil and present to the public the book in honor of our erudite and indefatigable study group coordinator, Professor Mike O. Maduagu, who I earlier mentioned will be stepping aside this year. He just clocked 70. I think he has a senior. I said, Chairman, I mentioned the speech, Chairman Committee of 70, Professor Cisse, happens to be the senior. So But because of obvious reason, you will not be able to accompany him to the stage. But I will now ask the wife to step forward and come with him while we are launching the book, Leadership and the Challenges of Governance, Nationhood and Security in Nigeria. This encapsulates the lifelong academic pursuit of the honorary and is the outcome of well-researched contribution of scholars from the National Institute for Security Studies and across several universities and other institutions in Nigeria. Mr. Chairman, sir, kindly lead all distinguished members of the High Table to collectively unveil the book and to pick one copy each. May I also invite the two of them, the wife and the husband, with the blessing of a chairman of Committee of 70. Let me also recognize the editors that made this book possible. Dr. A.A. Karim, FSI Daga, and Professor Oshita. Let the two of them also proceed to the podium. While I'm leaving the publishers, where are they? To take over the proceeding, I seize this opportunity to thank all the special guests of honor, all our invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you all for your rapt attention. Good morning.
Not only to unveil my own, the book done on my honor, but also the publications, all the books produced by the Institute this year. And I say thank you and God bless.
Adiós.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sirs. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. I think at this time it is in order to give a collective applause, both for the graduates and also for Professor Maduago. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Prof. At this time, sir, I humbly, most respectfully invite the Director General State Services for his remarks. The DG, sir.
The President and Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, His Excellency Muhammad Buhari, Your Excellency, the President of Gambia, our Royal Father, and other members of the High Table, and invited guests, members of the faculty, and graduates and their spouses, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is with a high sense of honor and respect I stand before you to make these remarks. But let me start by appreciating the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces, Muhammad Buhari, for his singular act, which was the signing of the bill that transformed this institution from a local training institute or local training school, which was focused in training of our staff, to now a national institute, a regional institute with international touch. Let me also appreciate the commandant of this school or this institute, Mr. Adeleke. I remember when I appointed him as a commandant, there was a sort of disquiet from within and outside the institute. But my answer to those commentators was a quotation from Julius Caesar. Let us have him because of his silver hair. It will assist us in achieving good success. And today, everybody is a living witness that Mr. Adeleke has done a very good job in this institute. In fact, he has answered the instruction of Mr. President on infrastructure development. Not only that, he has transformed the course to be of high standard or international standard. And that was why we see so many people wanted or appealing to us to allow them a space to participate in more courses to come. Not only that, he has also offered us the opportunity of training our staff and others in combat readiness. Just recently, our service participated in shooting competition, and the service was the overall winner on that competition. Thus, offers us the opportunity to participate in world shooting competition. And two outstanding participants from my service, Farida and Alimo, though they have not gotten any medal, but they came 8th and 9th. And the joyful aspect of that was Farida was given standing ovation from the judges because of her age, her structure or stature, and her determination to compete for the first time in such an international forum. We thank you, Mr. Adeleke, for that. In terms of the infrastructural development, Mr. Adeleke has occupied every space in this institute. And not only that, I think he wants to continue his journey. He has applied to the FCT minister to allow him put some structures outside the wall of this institute. Mr. Adeleke, continue with your journey. I think, like Fela said, no break, no jack. So, continue. Let me also draw our attention on issues which people make comments knowingly or unknowingly on the state of the nation. This institute has no doubt produced competent hands. Presently, we have DIGs, AIGs, commissioners of police, directors, managers, administrators, and they are performing wonderfully in their respective places of endeavors. And that competence, the present graduates, I'm sure they will add value to what we are saying today. To the people of this country, let me assure you that definitely the DSS has come of age. We will continue to partner with our sister agencies, the military, the police, and other agencies, to make sure that we reduce the security or this so-called insecurity situation in the country. I always say that unless if you are lazy, the present situation we found ourselves, I saw it on a positive note. When the people that invented fighter jets or even AK-47, they were challenged by an atmosphere of insecurity. So unless if we are lazy and incompetent, we are not going to use our predicaments for the betterment of our nation. I believe Nigeria will overcome all the obstacles enveloping the nation. People are saying Nigeria is a failed state. they have forgotten that if you say the indices of a failed state, but Nigeria has the indices of a greater nation than any other country in the world. So it's a question of we utilizing what we found ourselves now and then for the future of our children and next generation. And that is why the DSS will always think ahead of our opponents. Our operations nowadays is driven by technology, and we shall sustain that. But those commenting negatively about the nation, let me just take maybe one of them. If you take the religious leaders, some of them, they have forgotten what is written in their books. If you are inciting people, then you have not adhered to what God asks you to do. In the Bible, it says, if it is your hand that makes you to sin, you better cut it off, then come to the kingdom of God with that hand. And if you are inciting people, then God says, blessed be to peacemakers, for they will be called the children of God. To the Muslims, they should know that God says he condemns people that say something which they do not mean. And whatever somebody tells you, you better investigate before you comment on it, because you are going to do injustice to the person you are commenting on. We are talking about of insecurity. Everybody knows that 2015 backwards and 2015 upwards, there is significant improvement on the security situation in this country. And I say this without fear of contradiction. Our own situation is not different from what is happening in the streets of London or in the American society. You find people gunning down their colleagues in the streets of New York or where. And yet, you will not hear anybody commenting that there is insecurity in America, or there is insecurity in London. And they know that if you doubt it, go to the Sunday market in London, bring out your dollars or pounds sterling, openly. Within 5 minutes, somebody is going to grab it from you. And here now, 2015 downwards, if you are traveling between here and Kaduna, you will spend hours. Now, you go within a certain reasonable time. We are not saying that the security situation, with the development, technology brings a lot of things. Kidnapping, before it came to the north, it was in the southern parts of the country. It's a story or information which everybody is aware of. What is needed from us is to join hands together and salvage the situation, not to be condemning the authority. In fact, there is no sitting president, that does what President Muhammad Buhari has done in terms of building capabilities of the military, the police, and other services. He spent a lot. And it is not President Buhari that will go and fight war. It is we, the security agencies and the masses. You recall when Boko Haram invaded Azare some time ago, the people mobilized themselves and chased them out. And since then, not a single Boko Haram operated in Azare. And this is the courage we are supposed to have. And that is why in our own training here, we train people who are highly mobile, who are competent, who are highly equipped. And they are fearless. Our own people who are looking for action. And that is why those that assume that, some people are untouchables, let me tell you, it's because the time has not come when we are going to round them up. The issue of insecurity is all over. Some has global and international connection. And that is why the theme of this course, which is on the global climate challenges, global climate change and security, there is a nexus between them. There is nexus between development and security. And that is why McNamara said, security is not military hardware, it's not police force, it's not military force, it is development. But when he's talking of development, McNamara is not talking of development, not in terms of building, not in terms of bridges, not in terms of good roads and what have you, because all nations of the world, they have that. What he meant was fairness, commitment, and you remain focused and develop yourself mentally, physically, and do something to excel your society. That is what McNamara is saying. You go to the hospital. When you go to the hospital, yes, in America or in London, you visit your wife, she's giving birth. Yes, because the healthcare, everybody is doing his job. But unfortunately, with us, you may not dare go to the labor room to witness your wife giving birth. In fact, there was a story when somebody said he visited his wife, and when she grabbed his ear, he said, Emeka, God will punish you. And, it was at her own time, that's what she thought. But gradually, with commitments, the nurses will receive you with every sense of decorum. And that is what the development is all about. Let me also draw the attention of our political class. You see, when they're looking for positions, they are united like egg. But once the position is gotten and they are at disadvantage, they now use fault lines to instigate or incite people. The masses should know that what Edmund Burke said, for forms of government, let fools contest. Which is best administered is best. So nobody will come and tell you that, oh, this is a Muslim, this is a Christian, and so on. And I challenge the people, okay, if you are talking about Christian Muslim, let the person you are saying what has he done to improve even the quality of his own society and then his own religion? And you are there shouting, this, if not this, it must be this, and so on. Let us be sensible enough. Let us know those that love the nation. Politics, yes, if you are a Marxist-oriented, it's a class struggle between the haves and the haves not. But even this one, that theory has almost collapsed. Because if you go to our markets, you will see you don't differentiate between Igbo, Hausa, or Yoruba, and so on. Something unites them, and that is money. So they don't talk anything. And we don't even think. You now go to your dining table. In the dining table, you see if the component of whether it is eba, gari, amala, and so on. If it is from your own locality, the other components must be from other locality. So why can't we not think God is telling us that it's better for you to unite yourselves than to be scattered? And that is what will make this nation a great nation. In terms of resources, I can say this without fear of contradiction. There is no country in the world which God has gifted above this nation. From different parts of the country, you will see seasonal. If today the oranges is from Benue, the oranges from Southwest, the oranges, then the season will turn. It will come from another place. And that is why when you increase, in North Africa, for instance, you increase the price of bread, there will be riot. Because that's their staple food. Here in Nigeria, you are gifted. You have choice. If you are eating potatoes, whether sweet potato or Irish, you have the two. Whether the maize components, millet, corn, and what have you, you have the choice. And you can even make variety. And the meat, you have the fish, you have the meat, you have everything. So it's for us to come back to our senses and do something for this nation. If you cannot understand what I'm saying, look for other nations where they refuse to learn from history. Rwanda has tried to come out of its shells now after the disaster. Burundi, Libya, and so on. Let us not allow ourselves to be instigated to see ourselves as enemies at a given point. The way God created this country, I tell you, and I still believe it, that nobody can dismantle this country. If you look at the map of Nigeria, it is, people said Nigeria was, a mistake of this, a mistake of that, and so on. I said, they are not students of history. They are not students of history. Before the colonialists came, the Usman Dan Fodio moved the jihad up to Oyo, or parts of Kwara up to Auchi, and so on. And because it was not time for them to get it, to bring a nation out of that. That is why the Europeans now push them back and now colonize us. And that jihad, people are even, Dr. Bala Usman was saying, look, is it a religious jihad or a political movement? So this is what students of history, they're supposed to look at the whole thing. But one thing is, our destiny is in our hand. We may or make it. And definitely, we have to do something to make this country great. We have everything to believe that we can be a great nation. You go to Europe and so on, all the medical doctors in most of the countries, you'll find out that, they're either Nigerians or from other sister African countries. And can't we utilize that? We allow that, to just fizzle out like that? No. I think it's time to say enough is enough. Then, for the people who are canvassing for human rights, let me tell you, you are just discouraging the security agencies and avoid double standard. Human rights, the person that was killed has a right. You, that is making human rights, when the security agencies acted, and you are now blaming them. I mean, you are not doing good to us. You are doing disservice to this, to so many nations. We are not saying that you go and torment innocent people, but at the same time, don't support criminals. Because most of your support, you are supporting criminals, not this thing. I'm promoting the so-called human rights. Let's look at what we have, and then the warning that definitely my service will not allow anybody to mess up this country. I have to say it. You attack our structure, you attack our individuals, we attack you. It's Hammurabi's law. We give you a tooth for a tooth, an eye for an eye. There is no going back about that. And lastly, let me thank everybody for finding time to come here, and thank you very much, and may God bless all.
Yes, I don't know what you think, but I know that my DG deserves, at least from the graduates, a standing ovation. Thank you. You may be seated. Okay, quick announcement, please. The owner of a black vehicle, Peugeot 508, registration number ABC 780GY. If you still like this car, please make haste to the position. Thank you very much. An important recognition we mistakenly skipped earlier. The representative of the chairman of the board of NISS, Permanent Secretary, Special Services Office, Aliyu Muhammad. Sir, we thank you for coming. Incidentally, it is time for the remarks by the board chairman of the NISS. So, the representative of the board chairman of the NISS will invite you, sir, for his remarks. Thank you, sir.
A'udhu billahi Samiul Alim minash shaitanir rajim. The chairman of the occasion, the royal father, other distinguished gentlemen here on the high table, please permit me to stand on the already existing protocol. The chairman of the board is unavoidably absent, and he asked me to give a welcome address on his behalf. And I read the address. I give glory to Almighty Allah for this great opportunity to witness yet another graduation ceremony of the Executive Intelligence Management course of the National Institute for Security Studies. Today marks the completion of the Executive Intelligence Management course 15, which commenced on 7th February 2022. I would like to congratulate the graduates for their resilience, hard work, and perseverance throughout the duration of the course. Indeed, the theme of this year's course, Global Climate Challenge, Prospects and Priorities for Economic Development and Conflict Resolution in Africa, is most appropriate, as climate change is one of the biggest challenges of our time, with its impact felt in all aspects of human lives. Permit me to state that since its establishment in 1999, the Institute has continued to deliver on its mandate. In this regard, I commend all members of the governing board, the management, faculty, and staff for their commitment and dedication to duty. To the graduates, your 10 months training here was to prepare you for higher level of work ahead. You have been well equipped for command and strategic positions. I have no doubt in my mind that as you return to your respective security organizations, MDS, and countries, you will bring fresh ideas and renewed vigor in your jobs. To the international graduates, your presence here is a symbol of united Africa. With that one spirit, Africa will emerge victorious of the challenges confronting the continent. Ladies and gentlemen, on a final note, I would like to appreciate our distinguished invitees for honoring our invitation with your esteemed presence. Thank you all, and God bless.
Thank you very much, sir. A quick recognition here. The Director General, National Intelligence Agency is represented by Ambassador C. Ochendo. You're welcome, sir. We appreciate your presence. Chairman, CEO, Rivers Park Services, Paul Odili, we thank you for coming. State Director of Security, FCT Command, is in our midst, Mr. Ado Muazo, FSI. You're welcome, sir. State Director of Security, Nasarawa State Command, Mr. Idris Koya, FSI, FDC. We appreciate your presence, sir.
Mr. Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the point our distinguished graduates have been anxiously waiting for, the presentation of certificates and awards. Please put your hands together for this new FSIs. I now most respectfully invite the Deputy Commandant and Director of Studies, Mr. D.E. Egbeji, FSI, DAGA, FDC, for the presentation of award to graduates. On that note, please also permit me to call back to the podium. You will invite him? No, for the presentation. The first person. Please put your hands together for the
the chairman of the occasion,
Director General, DSS, the Director General, SIS, Royal Father of the Day, Chairman, House Committee on Intelligence and Security, the Board Chairman, Service Chiefs here present, esteemed faculty members, distinguished participants, no more distinguished, graduates, have you? See, I'm still calling you a participant. Because you have not clapped for me. Our invited guests, it's my pleasure to call on the participants, one after the other, to come and receive their certificate. The order of issue of certificates, sir, may I humbly invite the chairman of the occasion, who is the president and commander-in-chief of the Republic of the Gambia, to step forward, sir. The recipients will come in alphabetical order, not in terms of any other thing you think of. Abdullahi Amina Igwolosi. Abdullahi Dahiru Yusuf. Abdullahi M. Muhammad. Abdullahi Sherifa Tebun. Abiola Hakim. Abubakar Adamu Nebi. Abubakar Mustafa Rukayat. Adelakun Rashid Adenka. Adioye Michael Kayode. Adepoju Modupe.
You may take a seat, sir. The next presenter is the Director General, DSS. Sir. Sir, it's your turn, sir. The DG, sir. Ajite Daniel. Ajewole Adebayo. Go up. Anuforo Ikechukwu Kingsley. Baba Mohammed. Balogun Shakiri Akintola. Basharu Aliu. Bawa Usman Katungu. Bindu Aliyu. Bill Usman. The next presenter is the DG SIS, the Gambia. Bolarewa Rafiu Adekunle. Borgu Mohammed Farouk. Damfa B. Lamin. Danmani Abdullahi. Jigicheme T. Atimibara. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Mr. Gassi, sir. The next presenter is the board chairman represented by the PS Office of Special Services Department, sir. Dobasin David. Edegware Collins. Edward Victor Okon. Edukpaya Sylvester. Emifole Tony. Esifa Akon. Ibrahim Usman Bello. Ibrahim Yao. Is that Ibrahim Yao? Thank you, sir. The next presenter is the House Committee Chairman on Intelligence and Security. Iheroma Nwagweze. Inua Nasiru Muhammad. Isa Abdullahi Jubril. Isa Usman Shaibu. Ita Otu Uduak. Jacob Justina Uwe. Kola Wale Ene Yetunde. Kwasao Evelyn Yachen. Thank you very much, sir. The next presenter is the Emir of Zazzau. Your Royal Highness, sir. Laro Abubakar Alfa. Likita Musa. That's his business. We'll do our business first. Mahaman Yachao. Mohammed Nasiru Zakari. Mohammed Abdullahi Mukhtar. Naaba Nafiu Hassan. Ndasikira Gilbert. Thank you, Your Royal Highness. The next presenter is the representative of the Chief of Naval Staff. Ndasikira. Nu Aliyu Navy. Nwanuku Cyprian. Ngogu O Emmanuel. Ngogu O Michael, sorry. Oganwu Ifechukwu Michael. Okocha Jane. Okon Esther. Olagunji Osurai. Olajide Adesuyi Bamidele. Omoka Bartholomew. Oyende Kaya Bartholomew. Oji Nkeru Rosemary. Osoko Bilkusu Kaka. Sir, may I have a seat, sir? Thank you, sir. The next presenter is a representative of the Chief of Air Staff. Owoto Kenneth Ozigi Idris. Tell the video you say, where do you think I tell them? Don't forget, you're looking. Razaki Olushasu. Put it inside the envelope. Put it inside the envelope. Put this one inside this envelope. Safiano Nasru. Salau E. Yaya. Sandy A. Ilyasu. Sani A. Eliasu. Sani. Shihi U. Solomon. Sule Gali Mahmoud. Thank you very much, sir. The next presenter is the representative of IGP. Tukura Iyama Yakubu. Ubi Benedict. Ukegbu Chaka Stephen. Umar Adamu Ahmed. Umar Buratai. Yakin Wasiu. The last but not the least is Zana Bamai. We have come almost to the end of it. We'll have some special prizes. Very special by the magnanimity of the DGSS, who has introduced 3 awards. The award goes with the best behaved graduate, the best project, and the best all-rounder. In that order, the best behaved graduate, as by you, the participant and the faculty members, is no other person than Daniel Ajete.
Sir.
the representative of the chairman of the board, sir. The best written project as certified by the faculty members is Tukura Yama Yakubu. The DG, sir. The grand finale. The best all-round graduating participant is no other person than Atimi Bare Di Digiteme. Thank you, sir. For want of time, other awardees are those recognized by the Institute for their special contribution to the development of the Institute. They include, your certificate will be issued to you through the Commandant. They include Dan Mani Abdullahi, Safianu Nasiru Umar, Biu Isman Ibrahim, Abdullahi Muhammad Mukhtar, then Abdullahi Muhammad Mutala. Last but not least is Isa Usman Shuaibu. Thank you very much, sir. At this juncture, may I have the opportunity of inviting the Royal Father of the Day, who has a flight to catch by 2 o'clock, to make his own remark. The Royal Father, sir.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, and his counterpart, the President of the Gambia, ably represented by the Foreign Minister, Dr. Mahmoudou Tagara, the Director General, and then I think I will ride on the existing protocol already established. A very good afternoon to you all. I'm highly delighted not to be here on the invitation of the Institute. As Royal Father of the Day. And I'm pleased to say it is a great honor to me to be here before these eminent personalities from different industries, especially the diplomatic community, the security community, and all other related areas. I'm sorry I have to come at this stage to say a big thank you, to the Institute, and also congratulations to the graduating officers, because I have a flight to catch at 2 o'clock, heading to Lagos for another event at 5 o'clock. But I'm truly and sincerely delighted. This is my first time in the Institute here, but what I have seen is terrific, and the directing staff, the quality, teaching being done here or impacted here on those that were privileged, to be selected, to come and study here. I was telling Abdullahi Mukhtar that they decided to cage me somewhere not to be able to come here and study. But I will crave the indulgence of the DG, maybe in one of those little periods that we have space in our itinerary. Maybe he will organize for the traditional rulers to come for a week. So that at least, because we are strategic partners, we deal with issues almost all the time, and I feel something small, because our heads are blocked with so many issues almost every day. But I believe, a week program, for some of us that are still strong, I think it will go a long way. And then to our friends, from other countries, congratulations, and we hope that in the future we'll also attend some other programs in your home countries. And I can assure you Nigeria is a big brother, to all these other countries. And we believe, what some of us that were privileged to be in the diplomatic service have been telling you about Nigeria and the capacity of the country. I'm sure you have seen it here, and I believe you will have so many takeaways, to your respective countries. Without delaying the respected leaders in this auditorium, I'd like to say thank you so very much, and I'll have to take my leave straight to the airport now. And thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sirs. Your Excellencies, we will continue in the spirit of messages as I most humbly invite for his goodwill message the Director General, State Intelligence Service of the Republic of Gambia. You're welcome, sir.
This for the minister. This for the minister. This for you. Okay. Thank you very much for this singular honor, and may I start by recognizing the Gambia's foreign minister in the person of Dr. Mamadou Tangara, who is here to represent the President of the Gambia and Commander-in-Chief of the Republic of the Gambia, His Excellency Adama Barrow. Having said that, I also wish to recognize my brother, the DG of DSS, and colleague service representatives here, and all diplomatic representations here. Well, it gives me a great pleasure. I think I'm overwhelmed already, and I did tell the Commandant last night I can't wait to retaliate when he comes to Gambia. Thank you very much. And to the graduating students, I say a big congratulations to all of you for a very well-deserved award. You've sweated it out in the last 9 months, and I am a witness to the quality of education that is delivered here, having got already 3 or 4 of my staff as graduates of this institute. And it can only get better. And I think you call it the National Institute for Security Studies, but if you permit me, I'll also call it the National Institute for Serious Studies. Because what I see here is seriousness. I've been privileged to come here before on a visit, and what I saw, I think I left this place very inspired that indeed security is a serious business. And if it is a serious business, it should therefore be the business of everybody. And that's what I see in Nigeria, that security is the business of the professors, is the business of the researchers, is the business of the business people, is the business of the emirs, is the business of government. And that is a message I took home, that security indeed is a business for everybody. And if there is anywhere to have a case study, come to Nigeria. Security is a business. On that note, I thank you very much for the glamorous and splendid efforts that have been put into this, no doubt, a successful event. And to the graduates, I wish to say discipline and commitment would be sine qua non for what you do. Discipline would lie at the heart of your successes. And even in the Muslim, they say tarbiyah. If you have knowledge, you don't have tarbiyah, it doesn't deliver. So you need to show discipline, show commitment. The highest ruler, if not discipline, wouldn't last with his rule. The richest man without discipline wouldn't last with his riches. The most learned professor without discipline wouldn't benefit the masses. So discipline, discipline, discipline. And courage as well, to do the right thing, because yours would be difficult challenges and difficult callings. But yours would be the calling to present that analysis, even if it doesn't favor the establishment, but do it in a disciplined and respectful way. That would be your calling. Courage would be a value for you. Courage doesn't mean opening the jaw of a lion and throwing yourself into its mouth. That's foolhardy. Courage is to do what is right in the face of challenges. And I want to think that will be something you will take home. And commitment. Commitment. I think one thing I have learned here, that commitment is also even in the body language. I was privileged to shake the hand of the most outstanding graduates, and I can remember the grip of her palm in my hands. That is commitment. It speaks
in body, in soul, and in mind. And I want to congratulate her and say it takes commitment. On that note, on behalf of the SIS of the Gambia, and of course on behalf of my minister, I wish to say how privileged and especially honored I feel to have been here with you for the past 24 hours. And if in the military, if you ask how high are the morals, our morals are sky high in this cooperation. So thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It is now time to invite, for his own goodwill message, the chairman, House Committee on National Security and Intelligence. You're welcome, sir.
Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief Federal Republic of Nigeria, my life mentor, President Muhammadu Buhari, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Republic of Gambia, ably represented by Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Dr. Mamadou Tangara, Chairman of the Board of NISS, represented by Permanent Secretary, Special Services, DGSS, whom I regarded as a father, Malam Yusuf Magajubuchi, DG State Intelligence Services of Republic of Gambia, Malam Usman So, representative of service chiefs and IGP here present, Commandant, National Institute for Security Studies, Mr. Adeleke, members of the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished invited guests, graduates, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Well, DG, it gives me a great pleasure to be part of personalities invited to witness the graduation ceremony of the participant of Executive Intelligence Management Course 15 of the prestigious Institute, National Institute for Security Studies, Abuja. In my capacity as Chairman, House Committee on National Security and Intelligence, and President General Network of African Parliamentarians for Defense and Security Committees, let me use this singular honor to commend the President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, for the special support in upgrading the standard of the Institute to serve as regional and continental hub in provision of specialized intelligence security training. It is most expedient to appreciate the quality leadership demonstrated by the DGSS Malam Yusuf Buchi in ensuring autonomous operation of the Institute. It is also timely to commend the management of the Institute under the leadership of the Commandant, Mr. Adeleke, for pragmatic leadership, especially in ensuring quality delivery of the program and related relevant information to strategic stakeholders on issues that will strengthen the Institute of optimal performance. Thank you, Mr. Adeleke. Consistent with this trend, I'm glad to inform this gathering that I have redeemed my promise of enhancing budgetary allocation of the Institute for capital project. And of course, this undertaking was made during similar graduation ceremony took place last year here. And it was also made and effectively discharged in my capacity as the Chairman House Committee on National Security and Intelligence, which has oversight jurisdiction of effective budget monitoring and implementation by the Institute. And by the special grace of God, I have successfully facilitated the enhanced appropriation of this institute and other training institutes from about the capital project, 966,630,110 in 2023 appropriation proposal to about 2,963,000,000. Your Excellency, you may agree with me that the enhancement of budgetary allocation to this institute, especially for capital project, will strengthen its capacity to manage the six-star institutions, which include 1. State Service Academy Lagos SSA, Senior Staff Development Center Bauchi, Center for Intelligence Security Analysis Abuja, Staff Development Center Kaduna, State Service Technical Academy, and Research Development Center Bauchi. Similarly, it is imperative to inform our distinguished invited guests of a giant stride by the Committee of Facilitated Legislative Proposal for establishment of National Center for the Control of Proliferation and Small Arms allied weapons in Nigeria. This development will create a wider platform as trained intelligence security personnel in the country. And at this point, it is significant to inform the organizers of this event that my attendance of the 15th graduation ceremony will be the last in my present capacity as the Chairman House Committee on National Security and Intelligence of the House of Representatives, given the approaching end of tenure of the 9th National Assembly. And I hope my attendance of the 16th graduation ceremony will be in executive capacity as the next Governor of Kano State, inshallah. Your Excellency, the Chairman of the occasion, the organizers of this event, distinguished invited guests, it is my pleasure to once again congratulate our dear graduates for the landmark achievement in your professional career. It is hope that you remain the best ambassadors of the Institute, especially by putting acquired knowledge into use to enhance effective provision of intelligence security service within the country, West African sub-region, and the continent at large. I thank you all for your kind attention and wish our graduates a successful career service. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. Mr. Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, having been awarded fellowship of the National Institute for Security Studies, permit me to now invite the President, Alumni Association of the National Institute for Security Studies, Barrister Mike Ejiofor, FSI, for the induction of the graduates into the association, and also for his goodwill message. Please encourage him with a round of applause as he comes to the podium.
Mr. President, ably represented, President of Gambia, also represented the chairman of this occasion. Permit me to stand on the existing protocols already established. But I must not fail to mention or personally recognize the DGSSS, who have been very supportive of the association. I equally want to recognize the immediate past president of the association, who has been encouraging me, has been very supportive for me to take over the mantle of leadership from him. Dr. Balogun, I thank you very much. It's my privilege and honor to address you in my first outing as President Anis, having just been elected on 26th of November, 2022. Today, we are once again gathered to witness yet another graduation of participants of the Executive Intelligence Management Course 15 of the prestigious National Institute for Security Studies, Abuja. For the past 9 months, you have vigorously and diligently gone through appropriate training and orientation, leading to the award of certificates as fellows of the Institute. This great feat has no doubt marked you out among your colleagues and peers in your various organizations and agencies. You are now in the committee of change agents this country needs to address contemporary. As graduates of this prestigious institute, an opportunity that will prepare you, our dear nation, to achieve greater heights. The North is in our trying moments. We are kidnapping management team and wish him greater success in his zeal to raise the standard of the Institute. Finally, I want to appreciate our Chancellor, the Director General, State Service, for his support, not only to the Institute, but the association. And I promise, with my new office, to use my new office to lift the association to greater heights. Thank you for your attention, and God bless all. At this point, I will urge all the graduates to take up their oath of induction into the fellowship of the Security Institute. And you read, put your name on this info, lack of time. You put your name and read, and you sign. Oath of, can we skip standing? The participants, or the graduates, sorry, or fellows of the Institute who are now members of the Alumni Association. I,
hearing from every other person other than the graduates. It is on that note I want to call the Monitor General of Executive Intelligence Management Course 15 for his response. Monitor General, please.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, permit me to adopt the already established protocol. I am Biu Usman Ibrahim, as stated earlier, the Monitor General for EIMC 15. FSI. Again. I am Biu Usman Ibrahim, FSI. The National Institute for Security Studies is an institution of learning and a platform where leaders from different ministries, departments, and agencies within and outside Nigeria meet to broaden their knowledge to become strategically productive and proactive in their day-to-day activities. Today, I can strongly affirm that the NISS has again successfully achieved its mandate, as we are now better equipped to go out there to make positive difference. During the course, the graduates were exposed to scores of lectures and study tour experiences which have greatly enriched our horizon as strategic leaders. These have positively impacted on us to face the ever-dynamic and complex realities in our various agencies and countries. As the saying goes, Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, we are good to go. Finally, let me use this opportunity to express our gratitude to the Almighty Allah for seeing us through this journey. Our special appreciation also goes to the DGSS, Alhaji Y.M. Bichi, CFR, FWC, the Commandant of the Institute, the Deputy Commandant of the Institute, and all faculty members who put us through the path of greatness. To my fellow executive committee members of EIMC 15, I say a big thank you for your cooperation, patience, and perseverance, which contributed to the success we are celebrating today. The EIMC 15 graduates, thank you very much for your understanding and team spirit. Together, we can. And I say, good luck to us all. Thank you for celebrating with us. God bless you.
Is that all you can do for your MG? Thank you very much, MG. The chairman, sir, during the commandant's brief, he explained that this year we had 4 international participants. I think it would only be right if we can hear from them, their experience. It is on that note that I invite Lamin Damfa of the SIS, the Gambia, as representatives of the international participants to please give us a word. Lamin Damfa, FSI.
Please permit me to stand on the already established protocol. My name is Lamin B. Damfa, FSI, Office of the President, Republic of the Gambia. It is my honor and privilege to speak on behalf of the international participants at this graduation of the Executive Intelligence Management Course 15. Let me begin by stating how happy I am to have in attendance not only the Director General of the SIS, but the Minister of Foreign Affairs, International Corporations, and Gambians abroad. Let me most sincerely appreciate the Director General State Services, Yusuf Magachi Bichi, FCR, FWC, for his support throughout the program. We are indeed grateful to you, sir. As international participants, no amount of words can aptly convey our appreciation and gratitude for the fatherly attention of the Commandant of the National Institute for Security Studies. The ability of our societies and countries to climate change require collective actions because climate change has ramifications for national security. The EIMC has equipped us with the necessary managerial and leadership skills to stand up to the contemporary security challenges facing us. Now to my fellow distinguished graduates. On behalf of the international participants, I thank each and every one of you for the love and support you have given us in keeping with the ideals and principles of the National Institute for Security Studies, I have no doubt in my mind that each one of us represents the future of Africa, and we should synergize and operate as if we are one entity with a common goal. Dear distinguished graduates, you have all proven that diversity is a strength, and all are blessed with traits, characteristics that are typical of winners. The skills and expertise gained over the last 10 months should enable us to pool our strengths and resources together for a common good. From the driver and protocol officer who welcome us from the airport, the room attendants who ensure we live in clean and decent accommodation, the nurses and doctors who ensure we remain healthy, the regular exercises that kept us fit, the security personnel that kept this environment safe, the proactive ladies and gentlemen who diligently serve our meals, we shall forever be indebted to you. Bayelsa, Benue, Osun, Kwara, and Oyo states. Those are feelings of a lifetime. As we bid a farewell to the NISS campus, therefore, let us consolidate our skills and experiences gained and nurture the networks that we have built as allies and as friends. Thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you very much, Lamin Damfa, FSI. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the graduates, we have intentionally delayed the chairman's message for the final, so that at this time, having gone through the entire program, the chairman is about to cover you with his blessings.
Rahim, the DGSS Commandant, NISS board members, NISS, the academic staff, NISS, and graduating students, allow me to stand on protocol already established. My President, His Excellency Adama Barrow, would have loved to be here with you today, but due to circumstances beyond his control, he is unable to be here with you. But I can assure you that he is in spirit with you, and I would like to congratulate all the graduating officers. Now I will read the message of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of the Gambia, Adama Barrow. The message reads, I am most delighted to be in your midst today as the chairman of this auspicious occasion, which is the graduation ceremony of the Executive Intelligence Management Course 15. It is very exciting to state that 2 of the graduating participants are Gambians. It is therefore worthy to state that not less than 5 Gambians have benefited from this course over the years, and the quality of the training and skills they are usually exposed to are typified in the magnitude of their vital contributions and roles they play in the Gambian security sector. I am particularly grateful to the government of Nigeria, to His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari and the people of Nigeria for always seeing the Gambia as part of them. Nigeria has remained big brother to the Gambia. It played a pivotal role back in 2007 during the political impasse and played a key role
in my inauguration as President of the Republic of the Gambia. Our people coming to study in Nigeria goes further to strengthen the seamless relationship that existed and continue to exist between the two brotherly countries for years. I wish to recognize the cordial working relationship between the State Intelligence Service, SIS, the Gambia Armed Forces, and the National Institute for Security Studies, NISS. And the High Commission here in Abuja and the Director General of SIS, Usman Sow, deserve commendation for working hard to strengthen the already very strong ties between our two countries. I had the honor to receive Syndicate 5 participants and faculty members who visited the Gambia on a study tour in June. That was another opportunity to learn more about the course, and I was made to understand that they embark on several of such journeys to learn best practices from other continents. The theme of the course, Global Climate Challenge, Prospect and Priorities for Economic Development and Conflict Resolution in Africa, is a very pertinent and apt topic. Climate change is something that resonates with us here in Africa. It is very evident in the shrinking of the Lake Chad, the desert encroachment, devastating floods, among others, and the consequence it has on security. I have no doubt that in your course of study you have been intellectually nourished in this aspect to enable you contribute to providing solutions to the challenge, even more grievous because it is not a physical fight. Now that you are better equipped with more knowledge, we expect you to contribute your quota to bring in solutions to the problems we face in our continent. And I enjoy all of you and all of us to recommit ourselves to resolving the problems of Africa and to developing and building the Africa we want and a better world. Thank you for the confidence reposed in me to chair today's event. It is indeed a great honor, and once again, congratulations to the graduating officer. Thank you. A great honor, and once again, congratulations to the graduating officer. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. As we proceed to drawing of the curtains on today's program, it is my honor to invite for the vote of thanks and presentation of souvenirs the Deputy Commandant, Director of Studies, NISS, Mr. D.E. Ebeji, FSI Daga, FDC. Take number.
You want to take number? I spare you, no more number taking. The chairman of the occasion, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Republic of the Gambia, my Director General, DSS, the Chairman, House Committee on Intelligence and Security, the Board Chairman, Service Chiefs here present and represented, members of the Diplomatic Corps, our traditional rulers, invited guests, esteemed faculty members, the graduates and their spouses, members of the press, all other invited guests, good afternoon. It's my pleasure to stand before you humbly to say thank you, all of you. Starting with the President of the Gambia and the Director General of the SIS, the Gambia, who has been with us since yesterday. He was with us in the gala night, and is here with us since morning. The Institute wants to appreciate you for honoring us to chair this occasion. The Minister for Foreign Affairs representing him, please convey our appreciation to the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Gambia. We appreciate you, sir. The Director General, State Services, my own Oga, I don't know how to appreciate you. You have done everything that's required of you. I'm only saying, may God continue to. You've taken a lot of time to be here with us. Some don't have such time. Having taken your time to be here with us, we sincerely thank you for recognizing this institute, for always being with us. Anytime we invite you to honor our occasion, express our gratitude to your service chiefs who are not here. We appreciate all of you, sir. The former governor of Bauchi State is one of us. He was here 2 days ago. He is here today. That's to tell you how close he is to the Institute. The SAN, sir, we appreciate you being with us. We appreciate the time you spend with us. We appreciate the resources you have spent in the institution. Thank you very much, sir. For members of the diplomatic corps, those who aided us to visit their country, and those who are going to aid us to visit their country, we sincerely thank you for having time to be here with us. Express our regard to the people and the embassies you come from. Thank you very much. The National Quota Directors, State Directors here present with us, we have taken your time and we have added more time or more work to you, because I know when you leave here, you are going back to go and work. That is how the service is. We thank you for honoring our invitation. Thank you for coming. We wish you the very best as we continue to tackle the issues of this country. For the faculty members, having pushed you so long, from February to today, but you are not through, don't go. We have not finished. I want to sincerely appreciate your tolerance of my pressure on you, the tolerance of the pressure of the Commandant, and the tolerance of the participants. We sincerely thank you for being there for us and for the participants. For the graduates, I want to thank your spouses, both the female and the male, for having that patient, not being with them for the past 10 months. It's not easy to maintain a home when one of the partners is not at home. Thank you for bearing with us. We have kept them here. We have developed them more. If they were harsh in the house, they will not be harsh again. But if they were too cold, they become very medium now. So we have just molded them again better for you. You are going to enjoy them better. We sincerely thank you for being there. The band that has been with us since on Thursday, they were here. Today, they are here. NSCDC band, we sincerely appreciate you. We thank you very much for always being with us. Thank you very much. For the members of the press, the fourth stream, you are all. We know all that we are doing here, it is only you that will tell the world that we exist and we belong here. Thank you for always being with us. Thank you for our invitation. For all others that I have not mentioned their name, but have found their time to be here, we say thank you. We say thank you and thank you. I wish all of you journey messages to your different destinations. Thank you and have a blessed day. At this juncture, may I humbly invite the Commandant, National Institute for Security Studies, Rajesh Adeleke, FSI, Daga MNI, the Mujagwandu, for presentation of some souvenir. See, my commandant all just reminded me that, you know this media house? You see it, NTA. They have always been with us. And the DG is here. They have always rebated our bills. NTA will sincerely thank you for your patronage. We thank you for always cooperating with us. NTA, thank you very much, ma'am, for coming. Did you, sir? Give me that mic. Don't worry.
Let me appreciate you, the Deputy Commandant. It's our tradition in the Institute. At least we want to appreciate all our distinguished personality here present here today. And on this note, I want to invite the PS Special Services Office to do the presentation to the Minister of Foreign Service of the Gambia.
On behalf of the Governing Board of the National Institute of Security Studies, the management and entire community of the Institute, it is my single honor and privilege to present this plaque to the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Gambia, who chaired this occasion. Honorable Minister, sir. Thank you very much. Congratulations. This also.
Thank you, sir. I want to specially invite my DG, Alaji YMBG, to do presentation to the DG SIS Gambia. Where's the... No, put everything there. Just put the whole thing. Next is the PS to step forward. We have to recognize you too. Yes, sir. You are doing? Don't worry, sir. Can I crave the indulgence of DGSIS to do this, please? And what other things you have? Like this one, sir. Cool. Sir, the former Bauchi State Governor and newly inducted SAN. Honorable Minister, please, I want you to do that for us. Please, plus this one. This way, sir. Please permit me, other souvenir will be shared to all the other agencies. Thank you. No, I've not seen, sorry. I didn't see you, I thought you had gone. Sorry about that. Well, I have to do this. Since he's my friend, I have to do it myself. You say potential governor of Bauchi State. I mean of It's small. It's my friend. Don't look at the compartment or the compact nature of it. It's very small but mighty. If you go to the National Assembly, that's when you will know how strong he is. And I must thank you for the support you have given to the service and the National Institute. On this note, we are presenting you this as a moment, as a token for you. And also this gift. Thank you, sir. So please, all other ones will be shared to the other service chiefs. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you very much, the Commandant. Please, another round of applause for our VIPs. Mr. Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of this event. But just before we go, a few announcements. There will be a group photograph of the graduates with the dignitaries on the high table here at the NISS photo stand. Graduates, immediately after we take the national anthem, please move very fast to the photo stand. You will be joined by His Excellency and the dignitaries. We are also happy to announce to you that the NISS has made enough provision for your refreshments. The VIPs will be entertained at the VIP holding room behind this hall, while other guests, the graduates, their families and friends, will be served at the marquee outside this auditorium to my left. So everybody, please don't be in a hurry to go. We have so much for you. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Chairman, we thank you all for coming. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you. Please may we rise for the national anthem of the Gambia and Nigeria.